Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? It's 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jay Chantalanxy here, certified emotion code practitioner, holistic wellness coach, your favorite energy healer. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're catching me live, let me know where you're coming from. Comment so I can see it. This is the Ripple Effect of Healing show. It is Monday. I do this every single Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I talk about self-healing, self-care, spirituality stuff, cool stuff, cool things, right? So tonight's episode is all about action. This episode was a part of a 3-part series, and the 3-part series is about the process of healing, right? How do we start and begin the process of healing? So 2 weeks ago, I talked about the first step, which was awareness. We have to be aware that something needs to change. We have to understand that there are some things that are affecting us and can be very detrimental to our health, right? Or there's some things we need to heal from, triggers and trauma, negative thought patterns, right? These are all things that we need to be aware of. And then the second step, after we've gained the awareness, we have to accept. We literally have to go against ourselves, against our ego, against our pride, against all that we've known throughout our lives, because we've been riddled with so much pain and suffering and subconscious programming from all sorts of places. And we have to accept that we need to change. We need to do something different. We need to reprogram our subconscious mind so that we can lead a more positive life, right? A life of joyfulness, abundance, love, right? Compassion. But we have to kind of get past all those things that got us to where we are, right? So after we've accepted that we need to do some changes and make some changes with ourselves, here comes the fun part. Here comes the fun part. The third and final step to begin the healing process after awareness, acceptance, is action. We need to take some action. The third A in the 3 A's of the healing process is action. Yes, you're going to have to put in some work, right? Because how long did it take you to cultivate all of that pain and suffering and trauma? A long time, right? I've held trauma since I was very, very young. The youngest emotion, or the youngest age that I was releasing emotions from when I did emotion code on myself, was like 3, 3, 4 years old. 7, I had prenatal trapped emotions. I had inherited trapped emotions. It's crazy, right? We carry all of these energies and frequencies inside of us even before we come out into this world. We can definitely carry these energies. It's called generational trauma, epigenetics. I just finished Dr. Bruce Lipton's book, The Biology of Belief. Fantastic book. If you want to learn about, if you want to go back to biology class, but in a fun, very informative and eye-opening way, read that book. It will blow your mind. All right. I mean, he goes from a Newtonian style understanding of, microbiology and molecular biology into this new idea and understanding of epigenetics, right? This new progressive understanding of biology and how environmental factors can actually, you know, affect genes. And our genes are not the end all be all when it comes to our lives. Okay. Just because someone says it's in your genes that you are this way or have this type of disease or whatever, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's gonna be with you forever. You can change that just by environmental markers. And there's tons of studies right now, you know, um, understanding this type of new science. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So action. Let's get back to action. What are we gonna do to, take action, to take that first step to our healing process? Now, I told you this before. It takes a lot, for us to even begin to do something, right? Because we're really going against what we already know, and we're almost forcing ourselves to change the way we think, change the way we feel, change the way we look at life, change the way we look at the closest people to us. Because I know some of you out there, most of your traumas or triggers are unfortunately from the people who are closest to you, right? For example, your parents, your spouse, I mean, all these people that you have this dynamic relationship with and have this, you know, um, these feelings for. It's hard. It's hard to kind of differentiate what you need to do so that you can start this journey of healing, right? And sometimes if you become aware and you accept that, there's something that you need to fix, it might be something or someone around you that you need to disassociate from, or you need to remove yourself from, because they are the actual trigger, right? They are the, like, reason why you are the way that you are. And that could be difficult, very, very difficult. I mean, who hasn't been in a narcissistic relationship? Like if you've been in a narcissistic relationship, you totally understand, right? I mean, it's like mind control. And then you are used to the pain and suffering and the guilt and shame that they, make you go through, but yet you don't want to leave. You just want to stick around, and you don't understand why, even though everything inside of you is telling you you need to get out. Your friends are telling you, your parents are telling you, everyone around you is telling you, but yet you still want to stick around, right? It's hard. And if you want to get very technical, in a sense of why we behave the way we behave, just look at the subconscious mind, right? In the book that I just mentioned earlier, Dr. Bruce Lipton talks about the subconscious mind. It's a very habitual place, and it's a million times, you know, intelligent than our conscious mind. But our subconscious and our conscious mind work in tandem. All right. So if you've been conditioned for so long to accept suffering, to accept gaslighting, to accept the emotions of shame and guilt because this person in your relationship has been, constantly doing this to you, your subconscious mind is going to think that that's normal. Your subconscious mind is going to act accordingly and keep attracting that same type of person or that same type of energy. And there's no one controlling the subconscious mind. It's not like the conscious mind, right? The subconscious mind is all based on programming. So if you've been in this relationship for 15 years, you've been programming yourself for 15 years that it's okay to be taken advantage of. And that's normal to you. Now, when you get to the point where you need to heal and you need to, change, and then you realize after your awareness and you accept that, hey, I think I need to remove myself from this relationship. Oh my goodness. That's scary. It's scary because your subconscious mind is going to start to influence all of your thoughts in the conscious realm. right? You're going to start to ask yourself these questions like, nah, but I think this person will change, but we've been together for so long, like I'm just going to throw away 15 years. And all these thoughts are going to come into your mind, right? And then you might even stay in that relationship. So a lot of things to unpack here, but once you get to this step, the action, you're going to have to make some conscious decisions of healing, right? You have to take these next, steps and make it worthwhile. And there are easy ways to do it, right? There are very gentle ways to kind of face some of your traumas. There are gentle ways to kind of ease yourself in to the process of healing, right? It's not going to be like instant, right? Because what happens when we are involved in these type of relationships or pain and suffering or trauma, like I said, our bodies, our mind and spirit gets used to it. But we kind of have to unlearn all of that. We have to start reparenting ourselves. We have to start trusting ourselves. We have to start forgiving ourselves. We have to start showing compassion to ourselves, understanding, empathy, right? Because we've lost ourselves in that relationship. We lost who we truly are authentically. Our true selves is buried under all of that pain and suffering, under all of that trauma, right? You're in there somewhere, your true self is in there. Trust me, it's never left. It's just been buried under all of these piles of, pain and suffering, right? So we slowly, gently have to face these events and release the energy behind those situations, behind those emotions, so that we can come out amazing and we can talk about our experiences and we can talk freely about them without feeling, weighed down by all of these negative vibrations, right? That's how you're on the healing path. That's how that you are starting to heal, because you can talk about it freely and have it not affect you, because the energy is now subsiding. It's now purging out of your body. And then you can look at and have this new perspective of all the things that you've been through as lessons that you're gonna learn, right? If you can't get over a situation or a specific event or like a breakup or something like that, then you're still attached to that feeling, to that emotion, to that habit of being in that relationship. Your subconscious mind is still replaying that programming in your being. And what happens is, if that continues to happen, then even your body physiologically is producing the same chemicals as it did when you were in that situation. That's how PTSD works, right? And PTSD is prevalent in society right now. And you can get PTSD from anything traumatic, right? Or breakup. I mean, you don't have to be, in the military. You can have PTSD from very traumatic events, from a, abusive relationship, anything, a car accident, anything that's going to cause you to go back into that situation and relive it time and time again, like it just happened yesterday, right? And it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. But there's ways to kind of face that. There's a lot of different modalities to kind of, like I said, gently face that. But you can start the process, right? You can start the process, and this is what I love to do. This is what I love to teach my students. This is what I love to teach my clients. Shout out to the Healing Tribe. I see all of you in here. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's all about self-care. Self-care is the direct path to healing, beloveds. Okay? Because when we were in that situation, that was the cause of our pain and suffering. Even when we were children, right? Growing up in the very abusive households or relationships from our parents, we didn't know how to take care of ourselves. We never learned the importance of self-care. We never learn the importance of solitude. We never learn the importance of self-love. And if we displayed any type of self-love, or took any time for ourselves, we were taught that that would be selfish, that you should be thinking about other people. So it's not even your fault that you don't know how to do this. It's not even your fault that you don't know what the concept of self-care is. Most people don't, because we were never accustomed to it. We never learned it. No one was showing us an example of what self-care was. You know what I mean? Like, my mother never took time to herself. My father never took time to himself, right? And every time I would want to do something for myself, I couldn't even take a nap without getting in trouble, like. So all these things, compiled up over the years. Of course, you're gonna start to understand that maybe I don't have to do anything for myself, right? And then when you get to a point, and a point in your life, at an age where things start breaking down physically and mentally and emotionally, then you're like, oh man, I need a break. Can I just get a break? Can I just breathe? I'm so exhausted. But you're already like 40, 50, 60 years old. You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to take the time to understand about self-care, right? So self-care is the easiest, and I think one of the most effective ways to begin the healing process for yourself, right? Dr. Nicole LaPera, the holistic psychologist, says it best. When you start to do self-care, what you're doing is you are giving yourself these small promises on a daily basis. And you're keeping those small promises every single day. That's why consistency is key when you do self-care. And it has to be every single day, right? Last year, the Healing Tribe and I, we did self-care for 120 days consecutively. And it changed lives. It opened up new perspective on life, healing after healing. We were saving each other's lives. You know what I mean? Like, we were changing our perception of ourselves, of our surrounding, right? All of our trauma, even people around us. It made us open up to all of these things that have been dormant inside of our bodies for a long period of time. And sometimes it just takes one small thing that you do every day to open that up, right? Doesn't take much. I mean, this whole self-care thing is not like some proprietary, like, secret. You know what I mean? It just might seem that way because you were never, no one ever taught you that. And now that and if you start doing it and you start feeling good, your whole world is going to change. And you're going to think to yourself, like, why the fuck didn't I do this before? Right? Trust me, I know. Okay. I had to go through a lot myself to even start my own journey, right? I mean, I'm writing the book on self-care right now, and all the things that I'm writing down, with my personal story. And when I was reading it, I was like, wow, it did start from there, right? It started out with devastation and grief, hitting rock bottom, my father passing away, and all these things that even began to become the catalyst of why I started to work on myself. And I made the conscious decision to develop myself, right? I even changed my environment. I moved out. I came to a brand new environment where I didn't know anyone. I physically moved away from everything that I knew that was comfort to me, right? I got out of my comfort zone, and I still fell down. I still fell flat on my face at times. But thankfully I got back up, and thankfully, I kept going. But you have to do it. You have to do it. And in that journey, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. so much. And it's gonna be up and down. You're gonna have days where all you do is just regret. You're gonna have days that all you do is you're gonna cry, you know. But there are days where it's gonna feel good, that you know that you're changing, you know that things are looking brighter, right? You're more aware, right? You have more compassion for yourself. You have more empathy for yourself. You're slowly building that self-love and self-trust. And that is the most important thing, that self-love. You know what I'm saying? How many of you can honestly say that you truly love yourself? Like you truly love yourself to the point where nothing bothers you, right? And no one can, take away your light, your love and light. It's hard, because we were taught to put everybody else and their mama first. And then we look at ourselves, right? I mean, that's why my wife Angela and I, it's our mission. It is our mission this year to normalize self-care, to inspire and empower people to start prioritizing themselves first. Okay, self-care is not selfish. Get that belief system out of your head, out of your being, right? You have to unlearn all of that. Okay, and it might feel weird, but this is the truth. This is the hardcore truth. Okay, I don't need studies to prove why you should be doing self-care, right? I mean, you need to be pouring from a full cup to be doing anything. You can't be pouring from an empty cup, right? And now, after all of what I said, you're probably thinking like, but how do I even start to do self-care? Right? What should I do? I got you, beloved. I got you. Okay. I'm your self-care coach. I got you. There's a link. There's a link on this video. You can join us every single day for the month of February. We're going to be doing self-care together. Today was day 1. I saw about 50, 60 people on my TikTok live this morning at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, ready, taking that step of action to improve their lives, to start this healing process. It was amazing to see, right? There's a link somewhere under this video, depending on where you're at, that you can download the template. And we are doing 5 different activities that impacts the 4 aspects of your overall health and well-being, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, we need balance and flow for all these 4 things. And these 5 activities that we do every day help promote that balance, right? So what are we doing? What are we doing every day for the month of February, my birthday month? I need to be doing more self-care because I'm about to turn 40 this month. Family, come on, man. 40? I got a lot of goals. I got a lot of physical goals. I want to do an Ironman. I need to get in tip-top shape. So yes, I got goals on top of goals on top of goals that I need to do this year. I'm going to do it, right? And self-care is going to be at the top priority every single day. So, like I said, what are we going to do? 5 different activities, right? First activity, meditation by intentional breathing. 18 breaths in and out your nose. 6 count in, 6 count out. It's all about controlling your breath. I read a book by James Nestor called Breath. Read that book. If you've been mouth breathing, shut your mouth. For real, shut your mouth and start breathing through your nose. Literally, start doing that tonight. I actually tape my mouth shut now at night and I breathe through to force myself to breathe through my nose. Game changer. Game changer, my friends. So we do meditation, right? We do meditations with the breath, intentional breathing, and then we drink some water. That's the second activity. Drink a large room temperature glass of water to activate our immune systems, get some more circulation in there, right? Activating our metabolism, get things going, right? And then we do affirmations and appreciations. I even wrote an affirmation that you can say. If you don't want to say it, you can make up your own affirmations. But affirmations are so important. That's what can actually reprogram your subconscious mind to think and believe differently, right? That's why it's so important to have affirmations, because you're literally speaking out vibrations so that your subconscious can hear it and can reprogram all of those negative programs that have been lodged in your subconscious mind for many, many years, right? And if you back that affirmation with gratitude and belief, that is the secret sauce to manifestation. Okay? Secret sauce to manifestation right there. So that's the third activity, affirmations and appreciations. And we say the same affirmation and appreciation, paragraph every single day for the next 28 days. So like I say, if you don't have your own affirmation, I made one for you. Okay. And then the next activity, the fourth activity, is movement. Movement. You want to stay young? Do you want to stay healthy? You want to heal your body physically? You need to be moving. Okay? You need to implement movement in your daily life. Okay? Stretching, walking, qigong, whatever it is that gets your body moving to improve circulation, to improve alignment in your body, in your bones, in your muscles, stretching, that helps, right? You need to be moving on a daily basis. So what do we do for the movement? I actually started implementing this movement flow sometime last month, and it's called the 5 Tibetan Rites. It's amazing. The Tibetans knew the secret to longevity. They knew it. And it's in these 5 exercises, and it's simple exercises that opens up all of your chakras, helps with your endocrine system, helps improve circulation, improves respiratory breathing, and it's easy, right? And you go through those 5 movements, do 3 at a time, and you're good. That could be your practice of movement every single day, right there. And it was already, I don't know how many people have done this within their own lives, but you can just look it up and see all the benefits of the 5 Tibetan rites. I mean, it's amazing. Tibetans can survive extreme cold in the mountains just by breathing and doing these exercises. Come on. They knew the secret. You know what I'm saying? So that's activity 4. And the last activity is journaling. Daily journaling. Yes, we're going to write in our daily journals, and you can write about anything. Okay? There is no right or wrong way to write anything. You can doodle if you want. You can write about your feelings. You can write about your thoughts. You can write a letter to yourself. You can write things that you're grateful for, right? Anything. Just as long as you take that pen or pencil and put it to your journal and just write. Just something about it is very cathartic. It's very healing, right? Things are going to come out. After you journal for X amount of days, things are just going to come out naturally. And you're going to be like, whoa, where did that come from? Because your subconscious is now aware that you want to heal, right? And you're using your intention with these activities to foster that process of healing. Does that make sense? And after you do this for a period of time, things are going to change. Your life is going to change. So if you need some action taking, if you want to join us, follow me on TikTok. Tune in every single day at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be there along with my beloved Healing Tribe members. Shout out to all of you. I know you're watching. I see you all. And we're there. We're there doing it together. You know? And this is a great starter stack for your self-care, right? Like I said, that hits all four of those aspects of your overall health and well-being. Okay. And then after these 28 days, I hope and pray that you continue to do self-care or create your own routine if you want to, right? Because you should be implementing some type of routine for yourself every single day. I don't care what it is. As long as you're doing it by yourself and, it feeds your soul and you feel good, do whatever it takes to feel good. Because, beloved, life is going to continue. And life is going to continue to, throw its problems and, issues at you. And you have to be ready. You have to be prepared. And the best preparation is to be able to have this solid foundation in yourself, right? And you can build that solid foundation by self-care. If it wasn't for self-care, I'd probably be one impatient, hot-headed dickhead. Okay? No joke. If I didn't have self-care, I'd probably be the same person I was, 10 years ago. Very emotionally unavailable, insensitive, unaware person, right? That wasn't able to express, his feelings. That's who I was, but now it's totally different, right? Takes a lot for me to even, be angry or frustrated. It takes a lot to even for me to even lose my patience. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start to develop this awareness and this mindfulness for you after you've, worked on yourself and on your healing journey, you never want to go back. You want to keep continuing to feel good. You know what I mean? Like real good. You know what I'm saying? Like life could be amazing if you choose it, right? Life could be totally awesome, but you have to really believe that can happen, and you have to put in the work, and you'll get there. You'll get there if you stay consistent. All right, beloveds, that is my time for tonight. That is the action part of the 3 A's of healing, of the healing process: awareness, acceptance, and tonight's episode, action. And if you want to take action, if you are ready to take action, click the link somewhere in this video, download the template, join me and the Healing Tribe, 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll do self-care together. Okay? I will do it with you. Okay? After that, it should be by yourself. You know what I mean? You should be good to go after that. And hopefully you can, like I said, have your own practice and do it by yourself. Okay? But if you want to join, it's free to join. I'm not going to try to sell you on anything. I just want to help you along in your journey because I've been there, right? I've helped hundreds of people as well achieve, their own routines and awareness and their own self-care. So it's a great place to be, and you deserve it. It's 2021. It's the new year. Why not? You know, the past is the past. It's time to implement and make this year all about you. All about you. Because there's some amazing things on the horizon for you if you choose. Right? Cool. Shout out to all my Healing Tribe members. How are you? How are you? Alejandra, Jess, cousin, Doris, what's up? Mel, Daniel, yes, I see you. Sylvia, Maddie, Angela, yay, awesome. All the queens up in here. Lexi, oh yeah, oh yeah, so amazing. Cardoza, oh yeah, hope you like the book. Watching Latvia, Juju, yes, yay, oh, and it sounds like it's Eliza. Hey Juju, what's up? I'm just looking at all the comments here. Yeah, sometimes I can't see comments on Facebook still because I guess you have to give StreamYard your permission, but it's all good. I'm grateful that you are, on here. Yvette is on here. Shout out to you. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, beloved. That is it for me tonight. I hope to see you guys next week, Monday. I'll talk about a brand new topic and a lot of things coming up in the horizon for us as well. So look out for that. If you're not on our email list, go check out our website. Put yourself on our email list so you can stay updated to all the things that we are doing, and we're doing a lot. Trust me. And it's all for you. Okay? I love you all. And always remember to protect your energy at all cost. Protect your energy at all cost. I love your faces. Have a great night.